Hello, welcome. My name's Kathleen. I'm one of the spirit operators. Today, in this video, we're going to take a look at positive spirits that I have encountered. So, positive spirits are ones that wish to help others. They want to help us. So the first category I'll look at is when I'm doing shamanic work, so taking shaman journeys and doing other things. You can get spirit helpers, animal helpers in spirit form that help you when you're in the trance-like state, doing different things in different realms. And they also can choose to return with you here in this realm and help you here. They choose you. You don't get to choose what you want. Doesn't work that way. And they'll help with different tasks. They can help protect you, and any other things. So you can ask them to help you with things. However, they are to be considered a friend. You wouldn't consider them to be a slave. They're not here, to be your servant. But they are willing to help with things. You have to be very, very grateful. Be sure to always thank them, and notice them, honor them however you can. You can do art with for them, like draw pictures, paint pictures, dance for them, with them. So there's different ways you can honor your spirit animals. And that's important, to be sure to thank them and treat them well because they're choosing to help you. Just please never ask them to do anything negative, because you don't want them to incur negative karma. You'll incur negative karma ask them to do that for you, so that's really not a good idea. And from what I understand, they would leave you and no longer be helping you if you're getting them to do negative things. So yeah, because they're not interested in doing negative stuff. If you get something that's wanting to do negative things, then you don't have the right type of spirit helping you. I'll just put it that way. So yeah, I'm not sure what else I could say about the animal spirits. They're just they're nice to have as friends, and they're around. They can sometimes ask you to do things to help them with certain tasks and things they're trying to perform. So I often find that I'm doing that. I'll have a purpose for my shamanic journey. I'll go down, and then somebody may arrive and say, hey, can you help with this first? And so then I end up having to do that before I can do the thing that I had intended to do when I came. So yeah, they're just very helpful. And they're just the good spirits to be around and to have around. Another source of spirit helpers that I get is I have been gifted a pipe, a sacred pipe to do pipe ceremonies, was gifted to me from the native community here. And so when I'm doing pipe ceremonies, I have spirit helpers that arrive. I started off with one chief, presents himself as a chief, and he taught me actually how to smoke my pipe, because the person that gave it to me just sort of handed it to me and walked away, and I didn't know what I was doing. But anyway, long story short, this spirit helper told me how to do the ceremony and how to smoke the pipe and use it as a time. For everyone, if there's people with you, everyone in the circle in the ceremony, it's a time for prayer. I would also do prayers, but I would also be seeking answers and asking questions. So I have well, another chief spirit has arrived a few years ago. So I now have two, I would say, main spirit helpers for doing pipe ceremony. And so they come and they help. Sometimes they will talk to me and communicate that way. Sometimes they just use a sort of sign language, and I have to try to guess what it is they mean. Um, and I don't know that I am guessing correctly, but I try my best. So I have also, doing pipe ceremony, sometimes a lot of different ancestor spirits will arrive and join in. They usually seem very, very happy to that someone's acknowledging them and doing ceremony. I also can get like I can get spirit colors, clan, and spirit names for people. These are things that my helpers have told me I can do, and then I've tried it and I can do it. But the clan, that's another experience of different of these positive spirits that want to come and help. So if I'm trying to find someone's clan for them, it happens during the pipe ceremony for me. While I'm smoking the pipe, I ask what their clan is, and the spirit animal will arrive, come up to me and present themselves to me, so that I know that that is the spirit clan, spirit animal clan that that person belongs to. And so that's another experience I have for positive spirits. I've never had anything negative happen during pipe ceremonies. I also do oracle readings on this channel, which you may have watched. And I have different helping spirits that will communicate to me. They talk to me, speak to me in my mind, give me information that can help with the reading. Sometimes I get information, like there's no possible way I could know what they give me. I have done a reading for one woman, and Spirit said, tell her she should treat herself to a pancake breakfast. And I thought, okay, that's a weird thing, but okay. And so I told her, so I'm being told that you should treat yourself to a pancake breakfast. The look on her face that morning, this was afternoon, but that morning she had been out for a walk, had gone by a restaurant and thought she should treat herself to a pancake breakfast, but changed her mind and moved on. Like, there is no way I could know that information. And so I get that from my spirit helpers, different things like that. So it has taken me a while to, it's not so much learning to trust them, but learning to trust myself to share the information. It's my own doubt if I don't share something. There was one woman I was working with, her son needed help. She arrived and just asked if there was something we could do to help her son. Like, we just met her, and Spirit told me, like, she had black hair, brown eyes, and Spirit said, you need to ask her if her son is blonde with blue eyes. And I was like, I'm not asking her that. And Spirit said, you need to, and I didn't do it because of my own self-doubt. And it turned out that the son that she was looking for to get help was blonde with blue eyes. So if I had said that, like, Spirit told me that would show me that I am able to help this child. And so, like, yeah, I couldn't possibly know that. I had never met this woman. She didn't show us a picture of her kid at all. She just initially arrived asking if she could get help. And that was my mistake in not asking her if her son was blonde with blue eyes, because that probably would have given her more confidence in what I would be able to do to help. Anyway, that's on me. That's not on the spirit helper. So the spirit helpers can be very, very kind, helpful. Again, you have to be careful. I do have another spirit that is sometimes reliable, and sometimes I don't know if they're just making a mistake or they're out and out lying, but I can get some information. For me, I hear these voices in different places in my head, so I can recognize, okay, that's the spirit I can trust. Their information I don't think has ever been incorrect. And then the other one I hear from a different place. Okay, this one I have to be careful with. So I'll let people know, or I might not express it because I'm not 100% sure about that information. Again, I don't know if they're purposely doing anything wrong. I have, because I try to make sure I'm not dealing with anyone negative, and it could just be mistaken information. Because of how we are, we can change things. So we can be shown something that may happen in the future, and we can avoid it or change it, which I do in my oracle readings, is let people know if there's anything negative coming up, it's a warning for you to change situation, be prepared for it, come through it the best way possible. And so I could be getting information that changes because of actions of people or whatever. So yeah. Anyway, that's me. That's just on me. So there are different types of spirit helpers that are positive and are trying to help, trying to make things better for us. Now, I know of other positive spirits. They're called oath-bound protectors. Some people may call them angels or guardian angels. I'm assuming that it's the same thing. And I don't recall having personal experience. I do sometimes see sparkling lights, and that kind of alerts me that okay, this is my interpretation, but when I see the sparkly lights, I interpret that as, okay, I will get through whatever's about to happen. I'll be okay. Like whatever's going to happen might not be great, but I'll get through it. It's usually, sparkly, silvery, sparkly, white, silver, sparkly lights that I see. One time I saw gold, definitely gold, sparkly lights. And I don't know what the difference is. I've only seen it once, and I don't recall like a specific incident because I'm bad and I just go, oh, that's nice. And I don't write things down. I don't pay attention. I'm trying to get better at that. It's just my personality. I just go, okay, and move on. If I remove spirits from a place and people say, oh, well, what was the spirit? Why was it there? I don't know. It's there, and I said, you want to leave? And I help it ascend. I don't need all the backstory. Okay, sorry, I don't ask. I want to help and help them as soon as possible to get into a better situation. So yeah, that's me. But I have heard stories of other people that, like for instance, one of my Buddhist teachers, when he was younger, he was swimming in a quarry, he said, and he was drowning, and he was sinking, and partway down, suddenly there was like a rock. There are no rocks in that water, he said. Partway down, suddenly he hit something solid, and so he was able to push himself up and save himself, get some air, and save himself. And so he just, now as a Buddhist teacher says, he believes that was an oath-bound protector, making sure that he was gonna not drown that day. And a lot of people have these stories, have these incidents that happen. I don't recall anything like that happening. But I couldn't say that my memory is 100% accurate and correct. But that is another positive spirit that exists and is there to help us. So yeah, I think that's it for positive. Well, anything that I've encountered, plus the oath-bound protectors that I don't recall having direct experience with, but I do believe and trust in that Buddhist teacher that told me that story. So I would assume that, yeah, that's a real thing. Anyway, yeah. So I hope this has given you some information. Again, there's different types of spirits out there, so we have to be really, really careful, because the negative spirits will pretend to be positive spirits, and they're not positive spirits. Trust me. So, yeah. Just be really, really careful if you're dealing with them. If you're not someone who experiences ghosts or spirits or anything, don't try to, because you could end up in trouble. There's a lot of misinformation out there that can lead to a lot of dangerous situations. And I may do videos on them in the future. So just be really, really careful and cautious when dealing with these things. Okay, so I hope you learned something. I hope this has been helpful. Thank you so much for watching. And if you're interested, we have a website, NeoCities. Links in the description below. We're also on Bluesky, so you can join us there if you're interested. I think that's it. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye.